A debate was held in Milwaukee tonight for the two candidates running for Wisconsin Supreme Court. They gave their views on issues ranging from abortion rights to voter ID. New at 10, Lucas Kim has you covered on that debate.
Amber, Judge Brad Schimel and Judge Susan Crawford took center stage at Marquette University's Law School in Milwaukee for what will most likely be their only debate until the April 1st election day. The two candidates addressed a variety of subjects, most notably voicing their stance on two pending cases on the Supreme Court regarding abortion rights.
Again, I'm not going to take a position on that because that is an issue pending before the Wisconsin Supreme Court. I have not read the briefs in that case.
If 4 justices on the majority in the court can make that decision for the voters, that decision can flip back and forth every time the majority flips. We have to let the voters make this decision. I've been clear on that.
Both judges also addressed their stance on Act 10, illustrating their viewpoints regarding the Collective Bargaining Rights Act that both candidates had prior involvement in.
The Wisconsin Supreme Court decided that case, and the 7th Circuit Federal Court of Appeals in Chicago decided that case, upheld Act 10 before I was ever Attorney General. I've said I would have defended the law when I was Attorney General. Of course I did.
The challenge that I raised back in the 2011-2012 period was focused on a particular provision that it challenged. My understanding of the new case that's now moving through the courts is that it involves a different provision. If the same provision that I was involved in litigating back in those early days was challenged again, I most likely would recuse.
However, both candidates found common ground when upholding the law regarding transgender athletes and removing themselves from cases that were too personal to them. The judges also touched on voter ID, expanding congressional maps, and controversial ads running on TV. The last day to register to vote in this upcoming election was today.